From the Albuquerque Journal, this is the leading news. I'm Gino Gutierrez. It's Tuesday, February 24th. Here's what we're covering on today's episode. A veteran deputy with the Bernalillo County Sheriff's Office was killed Monday night during a traffic stop on Interstate 40 in Albuquerque. Sergeant Michael Schlattman, 43, died after a semi-truck struck the rear of his patrol vehicle while he was outside of it, pinning him underneath. The crash happened Monday near the 170 exit. Schlattman had radioed while he was conducting a traffic stop shortly before the collision. Hired in 2012 and promoted to sergeant in 2024, Schlattman served in special investigations, auto theft, and on a federal task force with the U.S. Marshals and DEA. Sheriff John Allen called his death, quote, "every agency's worst nightmare," remembering him as a hands-on, selfless leader. After years of delays, plans to build a new 3-story executive office building next to the state capitol in Santa Fe is moving forward again. Lawmakers approved $95 million for the project in Senate Bill 240, part of a broader $1.2 billion capital outlay package awaiting Governor Michelle Lujan Grisham's signature. If she doesn't veto the funding, design work could wrap up by October, with construction bids issued by the year's end. The 165,000 square foot building would include 558 underground parking spaces and house 6 agencies, including the Secretary of State, State Treasurer, and the Department of Finance and Administration. Supporters say the project will reduce the state's reliance on costly office leases, but critics have opposed demolishing historic casitas and the Concha Ortiz y Pino building, but key historic approvals have now been granted. New Mexico lawmakers have approved an investigation into the forced and coerced sterilization of Native American women, a practice that occurred largely in the 1970s through the Indian Health Service and other providers. The State Indian Affairs Department and Commission on the Status of Women will study the history, scope, and the lasting impact of the sterilizations, with findings due to the governor by the end of 2027. Supporters say the effort is long overdue and could lead to healing and accountability. A 1976 Government Accountability Office report found that the Indian Health Service sterilized 3,406 women between 1973 and 1976 in just 4 service areas. That included Albuquerque, with some providers failing to meet informed consent rules. Advocates say the true number may be far higher, and that the trauma still affects Native families and reproductive health decisions today. And a strong high-pressure system will bring unseasonably warm weather to New Mexico this week, with temperatures climbing into the 80s and even 90s in some areas, according to the National Weather Service. Meteorologist Brian Geyer said Albuquerque could hit 80 degrees by the weekend, potentially the earliest on record. Eastern New Mexico, including Roswell, could approach 90 degrees by midweek and is under a red flag warning Tuesday and Wednesday due to critical fire conditions and wind gusts up to 50 miles per hour. Albuquerque will see breezy conditions midweek, while northern cities like Santa Fe and Taos could warm into the 60s before rising further this weekend. Officials are urging residents to avoid sparks or open flames as elevated winds and dry conditions increase wildfire risk. The leading news is powered by the journalism of the Albuquerque Journal. If you enjoy hearing all of the stories we share with you here daily, please consider becoming a digital subscriber to the Journal by utilizing the discount code in our show notes. Every subscription helps support local journalism and allows us to provide you with the news that matters to you. Now taking a look at Albuquerque's weather forecast. Today you can expect sunny skies with a high near 72, and as for this evening, mostly clear with a low around 40. To keep up with all the latest news and podcasts from the Albuquerque Journal, you can visit our website at abqjournal.com. That's the leading news. I'm Gino Gutierrez. We'll be back tomorrow.